Coach, you get a blowout victory over Brevard tonight, and how do you assess your team's overall performance against a team that had been scuffling?
I was. You look at the score, and it can be misleading to some degree. I had written all these scores up downstairs about with Brevard, who they've played of late. They were down 10 to Catawba at the half. They were down 4. It's 2 games ago at the half to Anderson. A lot of the team, they lost by 12 at home to LMU. So I think people that haven't seen Brevard play all year can be misled by the score today. I think what you saw today was our kids were really motivated and played hard after our loss at Wingate. And, of course, we get snubbed out of the regional rankings today after going on the road for 2 games and beating Tusculum and then losing to the 5th-ranked team in our region. And you dropped 2 spots. So I was actually kind of glad to see that because it gave them extra motivation as they came in to play Brevard today, to play hard. And I think that was what happened that first half is we were motivated. We got some things out of our press. We scored. And then, of course, the thing with Brevard, they just don't have a lot of players. So the depth becomes an issue. Their legs become an issue. And I think once we got them tired a little bit, the shots didn't fall like I've seen them make shots against other teams.
We've talked about the balance of this team all season long, but is it impressive to you on a night like tonight where so many different people are contributing and you're still sharing the basketball?
Well, and it's kind of a nice problem to have to some degree, that we have all these guys that can play. In the first quarter and the second quarter, I was kind of upset because as soon as we kind of subbed a little bit and kind of tweaked, we started turning the ball over and we missed shots, and I couldn't figure that out, like why that happens, because I see these guys in practice every day. I know they can play, and we talked about this the last Brevard game, but you take your starters out with, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they never come back in, and you've got guys that you'd call bench guys, but they still score just as good sometimes as the starters, so it's an interesting vibe for us, when you get in a situation like tonight's game to where you're playing deep into the bench. Well, we're not, we got good players down there, and so they're going to continue to score and put points on the board.
23 steals tonight, one shy of the school record in that regard. How did you feel like the team was responding defensively?
I really liked the first half effort because we were in our press, and that's what we do a lot. And, Harris is getting back to where she feels healthy again. I think you saw a great performance for her just from getting steals. Brooks was reading a lot of things there. Of course, Newman's Newman. She was all over the floor. She didn't score. She's the only one that didn't score. But I love Newman. Newman plays so hard, and she makes things happen when she's on the floor. And so I told her I'm going to start her next game, too, even though she was the only one that didn't score, just because of what she brings to the table in all the different areas outside of the scoring.